Good afternoon, everyone. I think Pratik is one of our regular speakers, and he's spoken for us before. So he's going to be taking us through Sitecore Bundler.
Sure. So I work on the Sitecore projects, and I'm basically interested into all the technologies, all the topics, discussion, everything, all the community guidelines related with Sitecore. And as a fresher, I was trained in Sitecore, and all the projects I worked all were in Sitecore. So I'm pretty much interested in Sitecore and looking forward to contribute as much as I can to the community of Sitecore.
Great, thank you. You can get started, I guess, now.
All right, thanks, Anandita. All right, so hello everyone, and welcome to the session Sitecore Bundler demo. So let's get quickly started. I am Pratik, and let's quickly go to the next slide. So let's see about me. Let me introduce about myself. So my name is Pratik Wasnik. I work as Sitecore Technical Specialist at ICF Olsen, and I have overall 5 years of experience in Sitecore and 5.5 years in IT industry. You can join me at the following links on LinkedIn and on Twitter. You can follow me. I also follow all those techies who are there to contribute and share the knowledge for the new topics and for the new solutions. So let me now quickly introduce about my company, ICF. So ICF Olsen is a professional technology and marketing services firm. We have Sitecore practice from 10 years. There are more than 50 Sitecore experts in ICF, and we have been working in Sitecore version from 6 to 9. And we have offices in India, US, and Canada. And we have, apart from Sitecore, we have expertise in Drupal and AEM as well. All right, so now let's see at the topics. We'll first see about the module, its introduction. Then we'll see about compatibility. What are the links? Where can we download it from the marketplace? And the solution which is provided at GitHub. And we'll see the future of the module, that is the bundling minification, and then the reference only. Then we'll have installation and demo of the module, how to configure and how to actually bundle all those files. Then we'll see the key points to remember, and then we'll follow it by advantages and disadvantages. And finally, we'll conclude with question and answers. So let us quickly go and let us see the introduction of the module. So Sitecore Bundler is a Sitecore marketplace module. It makes use of the CDN bundle library, and as the name suggests, it is used for the minification and bundling of the JS files and CSS files. It is created by Rodrigo Peplau from Brazil. And let's quickly go to the links just to tell you that in marketplace how it is. All right, so we have this module here, and you can go into the documentation solution also if you want. And we have the package, so you can download that package for the module from this link. And the GitHub link, let me quickly open it. Here we go. So we have the Git link here. So if you go further into this folder, you have the solution. The creator has given all the source code. So if you want, you can play with that source code. I will show you that source code also later in the video, later in the session. And about the compatibility, so this module is compatible from 7x to 9.0.2. And I think in the next build, it will be compatible with 9.1 as well. It is as I just told, the source code is available on GitHub, so you can customize and you can play around it if you want as per your need. And that solution is TDS compliant, so you can have an advantage if you are already using the TDS. Any questions so far? All right, let's move to next slide. Okay, so now we have the features. If we see it in the detail, so what this module does is that it creates a bundle folder, and it bundles the files which are mentioned in a folder. And the second option or the second functionality this module has is the minification. So please make note that it minifies the bundled files. It doesn't minify the normal files. Because if we minify the bundled files, that will be more, I would say that from the performance point of view or from the size point of view, it will be better if we can minify the bundle. So this is a really great advantage. And then the reference. So here, if we go with the reference, so actual files are not created, but they are only referred in the source code. So I will show you that during the demo as well. Okay, and the final one is the aggressive cache. So here we have the option to process the files only once or after every 24 hours. Okay, so let's go to the next slide. All right, so let's quickly see the installation and demo. So what I will tell you in order to show you how this module works, what I will do that I will show you one page where the JavaScripts and the style sheets are referenced in a normal way we do, and then we will bundle those files, and then we'll see that do we get the same functionality with better performance. So in order to do that, let me first show you that what we are going to do. Let me log in into Sitecore for that. So we are now logging into Sitecore. All right, here we go. So we can see that this is the vanilla instance. And now, in order to show you the normal pages, I have created a Sitecore package which contains the normal template, the normal layouts and renderings which we will use to show it. So let me quickly install that package. All right, it is installed. Let's verify that it is properly installed. Okay, so we have one content item here, and then we should have one demo layout. We do have it. And then in the renderings, we have a normal MVC view rendering, which is named as rendering 1 here. And this presentation item has all those presentation details. So if we go into the details, we can see that we have the demo layout and then we have the rendering one. This can be neglected as we have changed the placeholder keys for that. So this layout and then this rendering will be used to show the content. All right, now let me show you the code for this. So the demo layout which we just saw. So first I will show you that when we normally refer the scripts, JavaScripts and the links, we do it this way. And what do we have as a content in the renderings and layouts? So in layout, we have the normal title field here and only the reference in a normal way, followed by the second rendering. So here we are just giving the value as this is rendering 1. And here to H1 I have given one ID so that we can show from the CSS point of view what changes we can do. And in the JavaScript files, if I show you, so just to make sure that the basic functionality is working, I have just given the alert. So this is the demo1.js file. So I have given alert from demo1 and then alert from demo2 here in demo2 file. And then the jQuery file is 3.3.1 we are using here to refer. The same with style sheets. So here I have given some style sheets properties and same with the second one. All right, so let's quickly build it and let me publish it. So let me go and create a new profile first. I will name it as SUG demo. Okay, let's publish it. All right, so it's now published. Okay, so now let's quickly see whether we can publish preview this item. Since we have just deployed, it will take some time to load. All right, there you go. So we just saw that there were two alerts which were coming from demo1.js and demo2.js. So if I go into the source code, or rather in sources, we can see here that demo1.js, demo2.js, and then test1 and test2 respective CSS are getting rendered. So let the experience editor load the full page. Then we will see that how exactly it is. Okay, it's fully loaded now. All right. So this test one, it is coming from this test one CSS. So this blue color. Oh, sorry. This rendering heading is coming from this test one, and then this test is coming from test two, and also the central alignment all is done from here. So this is the normal way we do the renderings of CSS and JavaScript. Now let us see if we implement this module, how effective, how easily we can have all those files bundled with liberty to bundle it, minify it, or simply reference it. So let's go and install the package which is provided from this link. So I have already downloaded. Let me go and install that package. Okay, so this is the package. So it will ask to override this Sitecore bundler config file, why it is used and what are the properties to change, settings to change. We'll see in the demo just in some time. So let me just click on yes. Alright, it is installed. Now let's see what that package has installed. All right. So here we can see the entry, the templates which that package has created. Here we have that Sitecore bundler, and then inside that we have the child item as bundler with some standard values. And here in the bundle groups, we have CSS bundler and JavaScript bundler. So let's see that when we use this module, what items we need to create, and then how to create and how to name those items. So let's quickly create the items from those templates. I will name it as main bundler. Alright, we have that item created. Now let's create JavaScript bundler item. I will name it as it is, just with hyphen. Alright, those items are created. So we now have main bundler item created, and then the CSS bundler and JavaScript bundler. So now let's see that how can we bundle and how can we enlist those files. So as the name suggests, this item is created from a CSS bundler template and the JavaScript from JavaScript. So what we will do, the same way, the way we have reference here, the same way we will have the reference there, just with one change. I will tell you what that change is. that change is that we have to remove the tilde here. Same with the CSS class.
Good morning.
Hey Rodrigo, good morning.
I'm sorry for my time, guys. We have a 30 minutes span between my time zone and your time zone. I mean,
Okay.
it's 9.5 hours. So the 30 minutes kill me. Sorry.
No worries. I'm glad that you joined this meeting at such an odd time. For rest of the people, it's about 5 o'clock there in Brazil. So I'm really thankful to Rodrigo to join this meeting. Okay. So Rodrigo, I was just explaining about them that how we add the reference here. So we have just added the reference for the style sheets here, and similarly JavaScript here. So as you can see, the bundled file name, we have the option to have the bundled file name given. So I will just give it as JavaScript bundler.js, and for CSS like CSS bundler.css. All right. Now there are a few more changes we need to do. So the change we need to do is that this main bundler, which is created from this bundler template, so we need to node this item ID, and then we have to make that item ID in this Sitecore bundler config. So that item ID, we will replace it here. Okay, that is done. And we also want to note that when I installed the package from the marketplace link, so in that package there were three DLLs deployed to this bin folder. So that is Sitecore bundler, CDN bundler, and this Ajax min. So this we require because we will be using the namespace. So I will tell you this shortly. Also, this package has deployed one patch file, which is this one, which we just opened. So this is on the web root level, and this is on the source code level. So we can see on web root level, we haven't given the incremental deployment. So it is still empty. Now, since we have changed the value here, let me build it again. All right. And then let me publish it. All right, here go. All right, so now, since I have now given the options, let us talk about what feature these items have. So the first one, the main bundler, we have the option to choose a layout. So as the help field suggests here, if empty, this bundle will apply to all the layouts at the current website. So we can leave it empty, or we can choose it. Okay, yeah. So we can choose it from. Okay, it's getting loaded since we deployed. Let's wait. All right, so we have the option to choose the layout, or we can simply keep it empty. So let me keep it empty. Then we have the option to specify the local path. You can see by default it has taken one local path dot bundle. Now notice we don't have the bundle folder created here on the web root level, but when we hit the page, that folder will be created automatically by this module. Then we have the options to bundle all the files. All the file means the files which are mentioned in this CSS bundler and this JavaScript bundler. So we have that option globally on this item with this field, so we can respect the bundle group, or we can bundle all, or we can disable all. If we select bundle all, then irrespective of whether this item has the individual bundle, minify or aggressive checkbox, that will be bundle. Okay, so let me select it bundle, and I will show each of the option in detail. So let's go with the bundle all option, and then we will hit the same page and we'll see that are they getting bundled, and if yes, then how are they rendered. All right. Okay, so they are still getting rendered. This is because I forgot to comment this. So I will comment this. Now what we have to do is that we have to include the namespace Sitecore bundler, and for that we have to add this DLL in the reference. So this is the same DLL which I just showed you, which was deployed by the Sitecore package which we had installed. So this is the DLL which I have included in the reference, this one. So using that we can make use of this namespace. So now I have commented the reference, and then let me just write the syntax to bundle it. Now here we have to give the name of these items. This is CSS bundler, so we have to give of name of this field value, what it will be actually created. Similar for the JavaScript bundling. So let me quickly copy that value. All right, we now have the proper syntax in place and the normal reference commented. So now let's build it and quickly deploy. Alright, it is now deployed. Let's quickly go to the browser and see the same page. Notice with the normal reference we have this scripts and styles. Now with bundling, all this will be gone and we will have one bundle folder which will have only two files, correspondingly the CSS bundler and the JavaScript bundler. And these files will be actually created in file system because we have chosen the value from this bundler item as bundle all. Alright, here you go. So we can see the alert from two scripts and then we have the bundle folder created with bundling of those JavaScripts. So this is 3.3.1. Since I had given it first in the sequence and we need to make sure that we should give this first always. Otherwise we will have the JavaScript error like $not found. And then my custom created JavaScript files are here, demo1 and then demo2. Similar with the CSS files here. And if we go in the file system, we can also see that that folder bundle is created automatically with those files. Alright, now let's talk about the features in detail. So remember on this item we had selected the value bundle all. Now if we suppose select bundle all, instead of selecting bundle all, if we select respect bundle group, what this means is that on the individual item level we have the liberty to bundle or to minify or to do both, and also the option to have the aggressive cache. Now let me show you. If I bundle it, if I bundle this CSS bundler, and if I on JavaScript, if I don't check this, it will be only referred, it will not be bundled. And here in the bundle we can see that there are currently two files, but since I have now changed the properties on main level respect bundle group settings, so it will go and it will see the individual item settings. So for this CSS bundler it will bundle, and then for JavaScript bundler it will only refer. Now let's see if that works. There you go. So we can see, since for the JavaScript I had not checked it, so it is only referencing it, and it is actually bundling the CSS. Similarly, if I, let's say, uncheck this CSS and then if I hit that page, so it will only reference. Now isn't that amazing? We have full liberty, full configuration from Sitecore to minimize it, bundle it, or only reference it. Now let's try the my personal preferred option here, bundle all, and then here we can go with minify bundle, and then okay, let me save that item. Alright, so we now have the minified files also. So if we save this and if we again hit the page, alright, notice now that all those files are minified, and same with the CSS. So we have that cool feature to just bundle and additionally minify and all. So this is the crux of this module. If we have multi-site, so what we can do that as this field has suggested, we can simply make this blank. And then if we have multi-site solution, so under each site node we can create this item corresponding children items, and then we don't need to give the property value bundler item here. So once we keep it blank, as this help text has suggested, once this is kept blank, it will automatically take care of the current Sitecore context site, and then it will do the functionality accordingly. One more amazing setting we have here is that we have the debug mode setting. So if we keep it as true, in the log files we have more information about what this module has done internally. So let's take a quick peek of that log file. All right, so since we had kept that this setting as true, we can see that it has logged additional information, that when was the call done, what was the time taken, etc., etc. So one thing we will need to understand is on production, only if we have any problem, any error or any performance related issue, we can make it as true, because it will keep on adding the log data here. So the log file size will get increased and increased. So just make sure that on production, if you are using this module, then keep it true only when it is required. For other environment, we can keep this true as always. So this is the overall demo of the module. Any questions so far? All right. So let me quickly jump to next slide. All these points are noted here, and this PPT will be available on my LinkedIn page, account page, so you can download it if you want. All right, so let's discuss about the key points to remember. So as I just told, on production, the site bundler debug mode, which is nothing but this setting, make sure that this is kept true only when required, because it will increase the Sitecore log. Then second thing we need to remember is that while giving the reference of JavaScript, do not give this tilde here. Do not give the tilde. If you give tilde sign here, then the functionality will not work. The third thing, that after adding the DLL Sitecore bundler in the source code, we have to make use of the namespace Sitecore bundler. So I mean, these are just the basic things, but sometimes we forget all those things, and which lead us to error and other kind of problem. So just make sure that you are using this namespace, and as I had shown, the Sitecore bundler DLL is referenced. All right, make sure that the bundle folder is created. So we already saw in the web root, this folder was created. And the final one is that whenever we are using the CDN reference or the jQuery library in the sequence, make sure that we give that sequence as the first and followed by the custom created other files. So these are the points to remember. Now let's quickly talk about the advantages and disadvantages. So there are many advantages. First of all, it's very easy and amazing configurable way of managing bundlings of the file. We have the grouping of bundling under one or more JavaScript bundler item. We can create n number of JavaScript bundler item under this main bundler item. Just for your information, here for simplicity I have created only one, but you can create n number of bundler items, and please note that both these are created from different template. This is from JavaScript bundler and this is from CSS bundler. Okay, then we have the liberty to refer or bundle or minify the bundled files. So that is I have shown you. So these three functions are totally configurable. Then liberty to bundle all the files at once or only select a few files. So if we, as I showed, if we bundle all, then we have everything bundled irrespective of what the individual item setting is. If we change it to respect bundle group setting, then the module will see that whether these fields are checked or unchecked, and accordingly the functionality will be completed. Okay, and then again we can apply it to a particular layout or to all the layouts, which is the very first field we have here. And then the folder is automatically created, so you don't need to worry about it. So that all are the disadvantages, also advantages. And actually there is no disadvantage because I mean, if we are bundling and if we are minifying that bundle file, so it makes more sense to minify the already bundled file from the performance point of view. So the normal minification is not done for the normal files. It is done only of the bundle files. So we can ignore this advantage. So this module, I don't think that has any other disadvantage. So with this, I think I have concluded the demo. So let's go for the questions and answers. So if anyone has any question, please let me know.
If there's anything Rodrigo would like to add?
Yeah, Rodrigo.
Everything was perfect so far, and thank you for covering my module. I don't have anything to add, especially because we aligned yesterday, and I guess I got no surprises here, so I only have to thanks.
Yeah, special thanks to you to attending at such hot time, and thank you all for attending this webinar, and as always, enjoy Sitecore. Thank you.
Thanks.
By the way, guys,
Sure.
yeah, just a quick announcement. Because of that experiments and the test that we did yesterday, we ended up discovering a few issues with the module that will be fixed. Yes. And the fix has to do when you add more than one bundling for JavaScript and CSS. It was not behaving well. That will be fixed as well as some fast queries that the module is still doing that we're going to be substituted by normal queries. So you can expect for the next maybe couple months, this module, a new version of this module will be available. Okay, so thank you.
Yeah, sounds really good. And if we download the file on local system, and if we, instead of referring to the CDN file, if we download on local system and refer the way I had demoed, so in that case we don't have any error. What we had yesterday, discussed. So this is also a perfect example of this, perfect functionality of the module. So thank you, Rodrigo, for this module, and looking forward to see the updated version of this module.
Thank you, Pratik. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks.
Thank you.